This is Tata, and welcome to the Wrestling Time Post Show. It is Wednesday, July 12th, 2023, and tonight I will be talking about AEW Dynamite. Okay, so we have quite a few things to talk about. The two fifth members of the BCC and the Elite for their Blood and Guts match was revealed. We had the debut of Nick Wayne. So let's kick off with the reveal of the fifth members of the BCC and the Elite. So Don Callis came out and he was basically talking about how Omega is a coward and that no one's more deserving of abuse than him. And then Omega came out, and of course the BCC followed. They came out and they attacked him. And you know who ended up being their fifth member? Pac. I totally forgot about Pac. I guess he's been wrestling overseas. But damn, I was so surprised it was Pac because, Don Cass has been trying to recruit Chris Jericho. So I kind of thought maybe it would have been Chris Jericho, but I was surprised to see that was Pac. So Pac says that Pac tells Omega that he has no idea how long he's waited for this, and he reveals himself to be the fifth member. He says that Omega will pay the price. And Kenny Omega takes the microphone and he tells John Moxley that they have a fifth member too, and to check the screen. And he tells Don Callis that this battle will never end. That this tells Callis that he will never win this battle, and that he's coming for Don. Okay, so the fifth member of the Elite ends up being none other than Kota Ibushi. Really glad Pac returned, and Ibushi was shocking. Blood and Guts is looking great next week. Yes, it is. I was not expecting Pac. Kota Ibushi, I kind of thought that that's what they were gonna go for, especially they said that Kenny Omega had gone to Japan, and I think it was. I think Kota Ibushi was expected. I don't know who else they could have gotten for that part, but I'm actually really excited. I've heard a lot of things about Kota Ibushi. So I'm really excited to see him come to AEW. I don't know if this is a one-time thing, if he'll be all elite, but I'm really curious to see what happens with Ibushi and his Blood and Guts match, and of course, what happens afterwards. So I can't wait for Blood and Guts next week. Should be a good show. So we also got the debut of Nick Wayne tonight. So, for those of you who don't know, there is some history between Nick Wayne and Swerve Strickland, which is why they had this match. They wrestled twice in Defy Wrestling. The first time was on February 26, 2022, in which Swerve Strickland won. And at the end of the match, he actually told Nick Wayne that when he turned 18 and fulfilled his AEW contract, he would be waiting for him, which is why this match took place. And the second time was on April 8, 2023, in a match that Nick Wayne won. So this was their third match. So I have to say, I was really impressed with Nick Wayne. I had heard so many things about him. I've actually never seen him wrestle. So I was, looking forward to seeing him debut tonight. And he was actually pretty good. He's definitely a future star. He's got a bright future in AEW. And I'm very curious to see what they do with this feud with Swerve Strickland. But it was a good match, and I was pretty surprised to see that Nick Wayne lost in his debut. I thought for sure he would have won, but now that I know their history, it actually makes sense because Nick Wayne beat Swerve Strickland in their last match, so it makes sense that he lost this one. So this feud isn't over. Let's see. I think it will be a one-time thing for Ibushi. I'm going to do a live. Oh, that's dope. Let's see. It was rumored Kota Ibushi was a favorite to win the WWE Cruiserweight Classic, but he didn't want to sign with WWE full time like Zack Sabre Jr. Yeah, I don't blame him for not wanting to sign full time. Nick Wayne was impressive against Swerve Strickland, but that sucks he lost. He has potential. It does suck, and like I said, I was a little shocked by the fact that he lost, but knowing their history, it makes sense. Swerve Strickland won their first match, Nick Wayne won the second, so it makes sense. And I'm pretty sure their feud isn't over. But yes, I do agree. He definitely has a lot of potential. Okay, so now that that's talked about, let's start from the beginning. So tonight's show kicked off with Chris Jericho versus Komander, which was a really good match and a great way to kick off tonight's Dynamite, if you ask me. I mean, I gotta hand it to Komander. He really took it to Chris Jericho. So Chris Jericho gave chest chops to Komander, then Komander gave Jericho boot to the face. This is a really good match. I really like the fact that Chris Jericho defeated Komander with the Lion Tamer. Thought he was going to use the Wasp, but no, he used the Lion Tamer, which I didn't mind. But afterwards, Don Callis came out and he called Chris Jericho kid, which Jericho liked, and the crowd booed. They started talking about their 34 years of friendship and how 28 years ago they were a part of a faction led by their mentor Bad News Allin. And so then Don Callis plays an old clip of him and Chris Jericho. Jericho says that he still had his hair, and Don Callis, well, because he's bald now. And that Bad News Allin told Jericho and Don Callis to make sure they always stick together. And he isn't here to put any pressure on Jericho. Don Callis says Jericho knows what Allin would want Jericho's answer to be. So I'm very intrigued to see where this is going because, he doesn't seem to be coming out with JAS. JAS was not out there for this match. He was out there alone. So he actually won and he won clean. So very curious to see where this goes. What do you guys think this is going to go with Chris Jericho? Komander doing the walk the ropes and then a shooting star press is always impressive. Yeah, definitely. I agree. Komander is really impressive. I hope we get to see more of him in AEW. We get a Jack Perry backstage segment. He's talking from his car because he says it's unsafe working conditions and he's just here to do his job. Hook attacks him inside his car and he pulled it on his hair. And Hook tells Perry to keep running. Like I said before, and I called this, I pretty sure Jack Perry's gonna take that FTW off of Hook. Not sure when. We're in July, so maybe at All In, if not All Out. But I definitely do think Jack Perry is taking that title off of Hook. Because then again, what has Hook done with that title? He's defended it. He's that child lock on Perry's car was hilarious. Yeah, it definitely was. He's defended the title, but he hasn't really done much. I mean, I know in the early go run of his reign, it was pretty cool, but not much has happened since then. So I think Jack Perry is definitely taking that title off of Hook, and it's only a matter of time before he becomes Hollywood Jack Perry. So we get a backstage interview with Don Callis, and he talks about how Chris Jericho is a fabulous athlete, and he will make the announcement alone in the ring later tonight. He says if there's one guy he isn't afraid of is Kenny Omega, and he doesn't expect any problems because he says that Kenny Omega will be hiding behind the skirts of the Young Bucks. Ouch. And we did find out who he chose as a member of his team. I'll just get Adam Cole Bebe and MJF skit. This is hilarious. Like, I'm really digging their skits. Like, they are hilarious. I'm so glad they gave enough skits, and I hope we continue to get more. So it's basically them taking shots at a bar, and MJF asks Adam Cole where his shirt is. This is better than you, baby. And MJF wants to pick up women, but Cole reminds him that, he's in a relationship and he actually cares about Britt. And then it shows MJF leaving with the 4 women that were there, and he comes back and he zips up his zipper, which I thought was it was a nice detail. And then Adam Cole says that he never really lost a shirt, and he would put on the shirt if MJF agrees to do something that Adam Cole wants to do. MJF and Adam Cole bonding segments are gold. I really do hope we get more of these, right? I hope we get more of them. So, as you guys know, Adam Cole is a gamer, so it's no surprise that Adam Cole wanted to play AEW Fight Forever, right? Great promotion right there, right? Obviously, they were gonna play that. They certainly weren't gonna play WWE 2K23. So, Adam Cole asked MJF if he's ever played multiplayer, and then Adam Cole confesses that he had every intention of blindsiding MJF, and MJF says he was going to do the same thing. And Adam Cole says that MJF is pretty cool. So I really hope we do get more of these segments because these segments are hilarious. So we get the first blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament semifinal match. MJF and Adam Cole can be the new Jericho and KO. Oh, don't say that because we all know how that ended. I don't have Fight Forever. Waiting till it hits $20. The graphics look like a PS2 game. I actually don't have Fight Forever either, and I don't have a system, so I'm probably not going to get it. It's Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy versus Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara. So one thing to notice here is that Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara come out to their own entrances as opposed to the JAS entrance. If you guys remember, Chris Jericho told him that they might have to be on their own someday and that he wants to see who would be leader without him. Oh my god, one of my favorite spots in this match was when Sammy Guevara mocked Orange Cassidy and Orange Cassidy mocked him. Oh, Sammy Guevara mocked Orange Cassidy because Orange Cassidy had mocked him, which I thought was so hilarious. And then like you see Sammy Guevara putting his hands inside his trunks. You don't have either. No, I don't. Honestly, I had the Switch somewhere laying around. You had Daniel Garcia attack Orange Cassidy from behind, which you could tell Sammy Guevara did not like that. Seems to me like Sammy Guevara isn't too happy with Daniel Garcia as of late. If you guys remember when they won their quarterfinal match, it was because Sammy Guevara did all the work and Daniel Garcia just came in and took the pin from him. So seems like there's some tension going on there. At some point, both Orange Cassidy and Daniel Garcia go down after a high boot. Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin collide. And here's the things get a little interesting. So Prince Nana comes down and like because Daniel Garcia was on the outside and he had Orange Cassidy in a lock. And so Prince Nana tells Daniel Garcia to use the skateboard on Orange Cassidy. And so he's about to, and then Darby Allin tries to pull the skateboard. So they're like playing tug of war with that skateboard. And the ref, catches wind of what's going on. So he takes the skateboard. Meanwhile, while that's happening, Swerve Strickland gives a knee to Darby Allin. And then Sammy Guevara hits the GTH to Darby Allin. And so Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia are victorious. And at the end of the match, Sammy Guevara shakes Darby Allin's hand. So a lot of interesting things are happening. And we just gotta wait and see where they lead. So I'll talk more about what I think is gonna happen with Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia when I get to the second match. So next we have the Blind Eliminator Tag Tournament semifinals match: Brian Cage and Big Bill versus MJF and oh my bad, I skipped the segment. We have Adam Cole backstage, and Roddy Strong approaches him and asks Adam Cole if he actually cares about MJF. Adam Cole reminds Roderick Strong that they didn't like each other. Now they're like brothers. And so, you see Adam Cole on the phone. He's probably talking to Britt. MJF sends Adam Cole a text to rock their shirt, and he tries to fake sick after seeing Brian Cage, but then Adam Cole calls him and says that he is not sick. So after this, we get the Blind Eliminator Tag Tournament semi-final match. It's Brian Cage and Big Bill versus MJF and Adam Cole. So Adam Cole and MJF do their entrance together, and MJF was just so hilarious in that entrance. He was like bobbing his head when Adam Cole was getting ready to go like this. The crowd was actually chanting for MJF. And both of them are wearing this shirt, that Better Than You Baby shirt. So this was actually really hilarious because MJF tried to body slam Big Bill and he supposedly hurt his back and he tried to leave, but Adam Cole stopped him from trying to leave. And then you had Brian Cage doing push-ups in the ring. You had Adam Cole doing push-ups. And then MJF was trying to body slam Big Bill, but he couldn't. And there was a body slam chant going on. This match was so hilarious. That body slam was his Hogan moment. Yes, exactly. Referring to Andre the Giant trying to pick up, referring to Hulk Hogan trying to pick up Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. But I just thought this was hilarious. And so the MJF was started to do push-ups and Big Bill just kicked him right in the ribs. Ouch. match. And then Big Bill does push-ups. And then like he rips poor MJF's shirt off and he wipes, well, he doesn't, he wipes his ass with it. And MJF bites Big Bill's hand. And then he finally body slams Big Bill. What a moment for MJF. He gave Big Bill a thumb to the eye. And then Adam Cole, oh no, MJF, my bad. MJF gives Brian Cage a thumb to the eye. And then Adam Cole hits him with 3 pump kicks and then a thumb to the eye. And the crowd is chanting for double clothesline. Because remember, MJF wants Adam Cole and himself to do a double clothesline. They don't do a double clothesline, but Big Bill does a double clothesline to them. And then you have MJF and Adam Cole do double kicks and to the knees, and then double super kicks to Big Bill. Theirs was not that much wrestling in the match. Yeah, I know, but it was still fun. I enjoyed it. And so finally they hit the Heat Seeker to Brian Cage, and which Adam Cole followed up with the Big Boom, and of course they won this match. So at the end, they cut a promo, and MJF asks if there's any devil worshippers in the house, and he encourages Adam Cole to do the thing, which is him saying, Adam Cole, baby, and that their shirt is now available on AEWshop.com, and that the double clothesline is coming. They were so close to hitting it. And he starts touching like Adam Cole, and so Adam Cole tells MJF to stop touching him. And he said that never in his wildest dreams did he expect a tag team of himself and MJF to work. And not only has it worked, but they're pretty damn good. He says he didn't have high expectations for the team, but he does have high expectations to win the tag titles. And on July 29th, if they win, they will get a shot at the AEW World Tag Team titles. Adam Cole is making a promise that if you stay on the same page, and they've been, you're looking at the new World Tag Team Champions because we're better than you, baby. And then Roderick Strong is watching from the back. It's the Festival of Friendship with him. Okay, so now that I've talked about this match and the Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia match, it's very interesting because these teams are in the finals. And based on the stories that they're telling, okay, so who's going to turn on who first? Is Daniel Garcia going to cost the match for him and Sammy's going to get mad? He's already mad that Daniel Garcia is like, doing what he's doing. Or are MJF and Adam Cole going to win this and then go on to challenge FTR? Is MJF going to turn on Adam Cole? Is Adam Cole going to turn on MJF? Like, what's going to happen with Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia if they lose, or if they win and then lose against FTR for those tag titles? Like, what is going to go on here? Like, what if MJF and Adam Cole, call me crazy, but what if they actually do win the tag titles, like, here? Like, I don't think that's going to happen, but imagine if they do. I don't know. I just think it'd be too predictable if you have MJF turn on Adam Cole either in the final match or, in the tag title match. But the whole point, that the reason why this was happening was obviously to delay the inevitable rematch that's going to take place between Adam Cole and MJF. Do they win the tag titles here? Maybe do a small tag team title run? What do you guys think is going to happen? I think Guevara will be turning on Daniel Garcia. I think so too. But let me know in the live chat or in the comment section, what do you guys think is going to happen with MJF and Adam Cole? Where do you guys see this going? Oh, and also too, let me know what do you guys think is going to happen with Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia. Like, where is this going to go? Like, who's going to win? Who's going to turn on who? Who's going to stay together? Like, damn, I'm very curious. I don't think they would have Adam Cole turn on MJF, because then you get Adam Cole to be the heel, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't think that's going to be the case, though. We got a Jake Hager and a Chris Jericho backstage segment. So Jake Hager says that Jericho knows that they're coming, so they might as well go in. And Hager asks Jericho if he's actually considering joining Don Callis. Jericho says that Don Callis is making a lot of great points and he needs some time to think. Jake Hager says that 10 years ago, he saved his life. And 4 years ago, Hager left an undefeated MMA career for Jericho, so he deserves to know. And then Jake Hager hands over his hat to Chris Jericho. And you know, Jake Hager likes that hat. You can't trust MJF as far as you can throw him. That is true. You cannot trust MJF. But I'm very curious. I mean, I feel like it's just kind of a little predictable, maybe expected. Like we're all expecting MJF to turn on Adam Cole. What if that doesn't happen though? Be about time he took off that super purple. You didn't like his hat? So again, I'm also intrigued with this Chris Jericho storyline. Where is it going? Is he really going to abandon the JAS to join Don Callis? We'll see. And so after this, we get the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament semi-final match. It's Ruby Soho versus Skye Blue. And I honestly thought after Tony Storm and Soraya got ejected from ringside that maybe Skye Blue was actually going to beat Ruby Soho here, but nope. Ruby Soho is still victorious. She defeats Skye Blue with a no future off the ropes. And I have to say, I wouldn't be surprised if Ruby Soho wins this. She did make it to the finals last year before losing to Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. So it wouldn't surprise me if she wins this year to make up for last year. No, it's a Barney Purple hat. LOL. That's funny. And so after this, we get Harley Cameron rap her world premiere. And, I will say, despite what people think about QTV, I personally don't like QTV. I'm not a fan of QTV. But, Harley Cameron's actually a really talented singer. If you haven't heard her stuff, she actually performed. If you guys are familiar with the Iconics, when they were released from WWE, they went over to Impact and they dubbed themselves The Inspiration. And Harley Cameron actually did their song called The Inspiration. When they debuted at Bound for Glory in 2021, she actually performed the song live. She also does a song called Indestructible with Scarlett Bordeaux and Shotzi. And all three women know how to sing, especially Shotzi. She's actually a pretty good singer. And they also performed I Put a Spell on You. So you guys can check these out on YouTube. I do highly recommend you check them out. She's actually, like I said, Harley Cameron, she may be cringe on TV, but she's a really good singer. You should definitely check out her song. That Harley Cameron video made me want to puke chunks of Bismuth West. QTV needs to get off on my TV. Again, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of QTV, but you cannot deny that Harley Cameron is actually a good singer. Like I said, check out those songs. Check out The Inspiration. Check out Indestructible. Check out I Put a Spell on You. She's really, really good, and you cannot deny her talent, despite the fact that her character might be a little cringe. But I stand by her. Like I said, check out her singing, and she's actually a really good singer. And I'm going to stop right there because after this, we get Swerve Strickland versus Nick Wayne. And then we get the reveal of the 5 members of the Blood and Guts match. So that's going to end my review. Overall, I actually really enjoyed tonight's AEW Dynamite. I thought it was a really good show. I can't complain too much about it except for the QTV segment. 7 out of 10. Yeah. Okay. I can see that. 7 out of 10. You know what? I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Like I said, I really enjoyed tonight's Dynamite except for that QTV stuff. But aside from that, really good Dynamite. Can't complain too much about it. But with that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching and for the continued support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live or release a new video. And I'll see you guys Friday after AEW Rampage. Bye.